I'm Shambhavi. I will be your speaker for this duration. And would you like to introduce yourself very briefly?
Okay, so my name is Saksham Jain. I am a third year student. I am pursuing my BTech in computer science engineering, and yeah, that's all. My college are going on, and I am also a YouTuber where I upload this conversation, Clapping Go
Oh,
conversations. Yeah,
oh, that's nice. So, how is your channel doing? Doing all right? Doing well? Your YouTube channel?
yeah, it is doing very well. Yeah, I have
Nice.
started it like 1 month ago, and till now it is doing very well.
Wow, congratulations. All right. So, if I had to ask you to give me two advantages and two disadvantages of taking risks, what would you say?
I think if we are taking calculated risk, there is no disadvantages of taking calculated risk because we know very well that how it's gonna be work because calculated risk are some kind of related to our experience, what we have experienced and we have knowledge about it. We can take the calculated risk. So there is no disadvantage of calculated risk. But if we are taking risk unknowingly, if we do not have any experience, we do not have any knowledge, and if we are doing something, then I think there are a lot of disadvantages of doing that. We must first take the knowledge, first have that experience. We may
So,
talk to the person, talk to the people who are successful in that field, and if we are taking risk, that's really nice.
okay. And advantages? What do you gain from risk
There
taking?
are many advantages, like it helps us to get out of our comfort zone and do something really good. We can grow ourselves, we can learn many things.
Yeah. All right. So, since you believe so much in taking risks, what is the riskiest activity that you've done in your life so far? Or
So
what's
far
a
I do not remember anything that,
taking?
so far there I do not remember anything that I do, but I take very very little risk. Like I still remember when I was in my first year of my college, I prepared for JE. Like I was the only person who was preparing for JE during my first year of my college. So that's the risk I have taken. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what about like how did that go? Did that go well? Were you able to crack it?
No, it's going like it's fine. It was fine. Like last year, I gave my J exam, and I have also completed my first year. But last year, Corona arrives, so
Yeah.
unfortunately, I did not want to go left the college. So I continue in the same college. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
I
this
did.
college is also nice. I'm in which I'm studying.
Oh, that's really nice. As far as long as you're satisfied with your faculty, I think it's always a pleasure. For me, at least. I mean, it's just the faculty that matters. It's just you know how well are my professors imparting the knowledge that they're supposed to. That's all that matters to me, at least. Yeah. So I was about to correct you, but now I've forgotten what that was. So anyway, anyway,
It's
um,
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
yeah. So can you tell me about that? How to get out of the comfort zone? Can we discuss on that?
how to
Like
get out
if
of
we
the
are
comfort zone?
doing something, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Like
No,
if we want to do something, we must get out of the comfort zone.
yeah, I mean, I actually am not a very big believer of getting out of comfort zones because I personally never do that. I never take risks. I'm a very, very calculated person that way. And also, I'm afraid of taking risks. I'm also a coward. But so I don't know if I'm the right person to speak about getting up out of the comfort zone because I never do that. But you seem to be someone who believes in this, so why don't you tell me and then I'll add to it.
Okay, so I think that we can start from small things. Like instead of doing something big, we can take small actions. Like for example, if I am very much intrigued by doing something which gives me a lot of pleasure, like if I am watching TV. So at that time, getting out of the comfort zone means that I should do something constructive that is helpful for me in the long term. For example, if I am doing something which gives me pleasure, like I am watching TV, so I must tell myself that I must count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in my mind and go to the study. So that is something which is getting out of my comfort zone and doing something great.
Yeah, and that's a great attitude
I
to
think
have.
there is, yeah, there is a 5 second rule, I think that which says that in 5 seconds, if we change our action, then we can change everything. Like we can go into a flow state. Like if we start something new, then it is a little bit hard. But if we are in the flow state of something, it becomes very easy. Even doing a study become very easy and pleasurable if we are in the flow state.
That's really nice. There's one rule that I used to follow, but like nowadays it's not it's not been doing very well for me. But this is something that my grandfather used to tell me a lot. Is when you know that if you start something new, right? Or if you want to get rid of a habit. So if you're starting something new that you want to continue for a long time, or if you want to get rid of an old habit, all you have to do is be consistent for 21 days. And 21 days days is all it takes to, adopt a new habit or get rid of something that you're not very comfortable with. So I actually applied this when I started working out in this lockdown. Um, for me, as someone who never works out, who never goes to I've never been to a gym. Um, it was a very new experience, and of course, I was very tired in the first day itself. On the first day itself, and I wanted to give up. And then I just remember I was like, okay, it's just 21 days. Let's see how that works out. Um, it did work out pretty well then. I once I continued doing that for 21 days. Once I continued working out for 21 days, it just became a habit, and then it just became part of my normal routine. So this is something that I've applied in my life, and it has helped me. So yeah, maybe that's another rule you can add to your rule book.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree with it. Like, yeah, there are scientific studies related to this 21 days rule. There are many
Have you
scientific
tried
studies.
that? Have you tried that in your life?
Yeah, I don't tried it consciously, but unconsciously I get its advantage. Like if I do something for like 7 or 8 days, even in 7 or 8 days, it becomes an habit. So that's what I tried.
Yeah. One little correction. You said that I don't tried that consciously. What I asked you was, have you tried this? So your answer should also, it should. Okay, so what you should have said instead was, I haven't tried this yet. Not I don't. If I had asked you, do you try it?
Okay.
Then you could have said, no, I don't. Okay? But so very simple. In such situations, just try to take the tone of the question. Okay, so whatever form the question is being asked, just adopt the tone, right? Okay,
Okay.
but so if okay, um, so you've not taken a risk yet. That's interesting. But there must be something, like it could be. It does not have to be a huge risk. It could be something trivial. Like for me, it was switching to humanities and not science, because everyone in my family wanted me to continue with science. But I switched to humanities knowing that the employment opportunities for humanities students are not as great as, as they are for the science students. So it was a small thing, but it was a risk for me. So similarly,
Okay.
any risk that you've taken, anything, it could be anything.
Like during my school days, I used to be a very shy kind of person, but I used to start communicating, and whenever my inner self is telling me that don't talk or don't speak, in front of people, then I take the risk and speak. So that's very small risk, but it helped me a lot.
Yes, yes, it's not even a small risk. It takes a lot of confidence to get rid of any fear, and it's a very good thing that you've done. And look at you now. You're so confident, and you're communicating with so many tutors with so much confidence. So it was a risk, and it played out well. So, little bit of grammar issues that you need to take more care of, right? Um, you are a confident speaker, otherwise, you're very confident. There are no issues with confidence whatsoever. You just need to work a little bit more on your grammar and your fluency. Okay. And yeah, I think that's all. So for grammar, there is no one particular area that I figured where you need to work upon. There are multiple things, very small issues, very minor issues, but still, so what you can do is you can go back, and this is for all of your sessions. You can go back, watch the recordings, and try to figure out where you've been corrected, so that the next time that you're about to make that mistake, you'll be more conscious of it. At least that's how it happens with me. When someone corrects me, so the next time that I'm about to say something similar, it just hits me. Okay, so that's something you can try. And yeah, otherwise you're doing very well. So wherever I corrected you, just take notes, watch the session again, and yeah, that should do.